today's class. Today we'll talk about the functions of noun in a sentence. What do we mean by the functions of noun in a sentence? It simply means the role a noun plays in a sentence or how it appears in a sentence. Number one, noun can function as the subject of a sentence. Now, when we talk about noun functioning as a subject of a sentence, it simply means that the subject is who or what is performing the action of the verb in a sentence. Now, the noun usually appear at the beginning of the word sentence. For example, if you have the teacher teaches English in China. The teacher teaches English in China. It simply means the teacher here is the word, the subject. Noun is a teacher. The teacher here is the word noun. Why teaches is the word, the verb. So we have SV, that is the teacher, which is the subject, and the noun performs the action of teach. Is that clear? The next one, the king. The king is a liar. Who performs the action is what? The king, which is the word, the subject of the word sentence, because it counts as the initial word position and it performs the action of the word verb is. Liar is not a verb, but rather is also what? A noun. Do you understand? Now the next one is noun functions as subject complement. When we talk about subject complement, it simply means that the noun tells us more about the subject. That the subject complement, we say something complements another. That is to say that the word or the subject tells us more about the other noun. For example, if you have number one, my mother is a typist. My mother is the what? The subject. Typist. Now, what tells us more about my mother is what? Typist. Now, this is the verb. Is that clear? So, my mother is a typist. So, who is my mother? My mother is a typist. Who is the typist? My mother. Number two, Mr. Judge is a criminal. Who is a criminal? Mr. Judge. So criminal is the what? Subject complement. It tells us more about the what? Mr. Judge. So when you say a noun functions as subject complement of a sentence, it simply means that the subject tells us more about the subject complement tells us more about the word, the subject. Number three, noun functions as an object of a sentence. Now, when we talk about objects, the word object, it simply means that the noun receives the action of the word verb. For example, if I have Mr. Gold killed the lion. Who killed the lion? Mr. Gold is the what? The subject. The action Mr. Gold performed is what? Kill. That is the verb. Lion is the one that received the action of what? Kill. So the lion is the object of the word sentence. That's object of the word sentence. Jerry broke the cup. Now the word Jerry is the subject. Broke is the verb. Cup is the word object. Because the action of broke was done by Jerry and is affected by what? Cup. The cup received the action of the verb broke. So object is divided into two. We have direct object and indirect object. When we talk about the direct object, simply means what is receiving the action of the word, the verb. Now, when we talk about indirect object, it simply means that the object, that the action of the verb is affected indirectly to another word's object. Now, for example, when we talk about direct objects, we say it is who or what is affected by the action of the verb. Number one, if you say the man climbed the fence. Now the action is done by the man. What does the man climb? The fence. So this is what? Direct what? Object. So what we have here is SVDO. That's direct object. Now when we talk about the indirect objects, we can have an example. Example 1. We can say the man presented the gifts to me. Here we have 3 nouns. The first noun is man, gifts, and me. Me is a pronoun, but here it's functioning as a noun. Okay. He presented a gift to Emeka. Now, the action of presented is affected directly to gifts. Now, the man brought the gift, presented the gift to Emeka. That is to say that the man, which is the subject, performed the action of presenting a gift to Emeka. So this gift is the direct object, while Emeka, which is indirectly affected by this action, is what? Indirect object. The next one is object complement.